Hello and welcome to the channel. So today I am going to be creating a project for Craftangles using their newly launched paper pack, the Wedding Bells. Like I showed in my Aditi kit reveal video, this paper pack comes with some lovely pastel tones and I thought it would be lovely to use this and create a project that would be feminine in accordance to our monthly challenge theme as well. So going ahead, I decided that I would create two romantic style tags using pastel tones, which is not my style, you all know. I have not worked with pastel tones too much and a romantic theme, never. So I'm using this paper pack. For that, I chose a paper for the base and I've used other sheets from the same paper pack and fussy cut some floral elements for layering. So using this paper, I am just going to cut it into half with my paper trimmer. So that's at 3 inches and that would be perfect for my two tag bases. Now instead of using a tag die, I thought it would be good to just create a quick tag base, and so I'm just going to use my scissors and chop off one of the corners as a triangle and just use that reversed on the opposite side as a template. Since I will be using a lot of mediums and creating mixed media layers, it's always good to use some chipboard and glue that onto these tags because that will just make it more sturdy. Now to begin with, I'm going to prime my surface and for that I'm using Craftangles clear gesso. I am not using a white gesso simply because I'm going to be adding too many colors and I want to maintain the background color of my tag and work in accordance to it. So the clear gesso comes really handy for such a thing. Now it's time to begin adding texture. So I'm going to be using Craftangles mandala stencil here with some paper texture paste again from Craftangles and adding this texture onto the base of my tags around the current floral cluster that exists on my background page. Now before drying my texture, I'm using this Craftangles fine shimmer dust and sprinkling it onto the texture so that the shimmer will dry on my stencil pattern and that would just make it more sparkly and glittery. After I sprinkle that is when I'm going to dry the texture on the page. With that done, now it's playtime with colors. I'm using pinks, teal, purple and mint. So that's what I have in mind. And so I've chosen two shades of pink from Lindy Sprays and I'm using the teal and a purple from the Craftangle Sprays here. And I'm just going to start adding color bit by splattering it on my base and misting it with water, drying in between colors so that I don't get a messy brown puddle. And having used the paper texture paste really helps here because it spreads the color in a very organic manner, leaving me nice colorful blotches here and there. Now with my color down there and I have nice soft pastel tones on my background, I'm going to add some stamping. And for that I'm just using this Messy Script Finnabair stamp with archival ink, but I'm not using black ink today. I'm just using this nice baby pink shade to further add color to the background of my tags. After that was done, I also went ahead and just added splatter of the same colors as well as black and white artist's acrylic ink to get all my color together and make it look like a nice holistic flowing background. Next up, I'm just scraping the sides with this Tim Holtz paper scraper tool, just to tear them, bring in some rough edges, giving it a nice shabby look. With that done, I bring in my green from the background. So I use Bundle Sage Distress ink and distress the edges of my tag, and that gives it a nice border as well as brings in my base color back again. And now with all the mediums down there, I can glue my tags on the chipboard base for it to become more stable and sturdy. Now I have just picked out things from my stash which I thought would make good focal points. So apart from the floral fussy cut clusters from the paper pack, here I have some casts that I've made using Prima marketing molds and some fantasy dies that I die cut on papers from the same paper pack, as well as some Prima marketing flowers. I've also punched holes and added the eyelets on my tag for my ribbon later. Now I would like some dimension, so I'm going to adhere my floral clusters on the background with some foam tape. Before gluing down my casts, I want to add some color to them, but I want to leave them white and not bring in more color because my background is quite colorful. So here I'm going to be using Craft Tangle's Iridescent Gold Wax, which is just going to bring in that light, nice white gold shimmer to my elements, going with my pastel look and tone, and just further enhancing everything for this tag. So I use a paintbrush and lightly coat my elements with this wax. So in that way, I just continue to build my composition, gluing elements down bit by bit and playing around until I'm happy with their placement. Next, here I have some mini art pebbles just made out of clear resin, and I'm going to glue them down as clear pebbles, again bringing in a few elements and dimensions. I'm also going to use some baby pink glitter here and there to add this glittery accent in between my elements that I've glued as my focal. Now here's a look at my completed tag. So I've just used some Tim Holtz stickers, mounted it on some cardstock and glued them down to add my sentiments for these tags. And for my ribbon, what I'm going to do is take 2 pieces of cheesecloth and color them with the pink shades, just spraying them with the colors so I get a shaded pastel pink ribbon instantly to match my tags. So that's a look at my completed tags. I really hope that you've enjoyed them. Here's a closer look at each one of them with that texture, the depth, the shine, the shimmer, and I love how these turned out, being romantic, pastel, very feminine in nature. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial, and do subscribe to our channel for more. Do give us a thumbs up and do leave your comments, because truly I always say I appreciate what each one of you has to say, and it just keeps me going. So until the next time, take care and bye bye.